Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, my 6'10" do-it-all Demigod is the most underrated center build in NBA 2K22 Next Gen, bar none. It's not even close. So, in yesterday's video, I posted the top 3 center builds in NBA 2K22 Next Gen, debated between a 6'10", 7-footer, and 7'2", and I decided that yes, the 7'2" is the best for comp, pro-am, and all types of stuff like that, but people were definitely hating on the 6'10" in yesterday's video. So I asked for feedback in the comments as to which of the builds people thought was the best, and you're going to see a lot of people vouching for the 7'2", 7'3s, once again right here, 7'2", 7'3", 7'2". You have one 6'10" voucher, shout out to Johnny. 7'3", 7'3", 7-footer, 7-footer. You can see this guy right here, the first build looks absolute doo-doo, and that was the 6'10" that I showcased, and it's the one you're going to see in today's gameplay. So this is one gameplay that I'm showcasing. I'll maybe show a couple box scores against other people, but I want to showcase the entertainment value of this, how fun it is, and how you can still use it in a comp sense as well. I'm using it in Pro-Am right now at the 4 and playing pick and roll offense and pick and roll defense, playing hedge D, and it really is so valuable when it comes to all this. So we're gonna go ahead and just showcase that. But anyway, like I said, this gameplay is a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. And like always, tries 1 to 500 likes. You can see we have a level 32. I myself am a 28. Like I said to you guys though, I'm playing with this build on 3v3, 2v2, Pro-Am. I've played with it in all different types of lineups. Been on streaks constantly on every single game mode possible. 2v2 I've been playing with Nut and Tonic. Went on 20+ game win streaks. Went on a 30 with Tonic as well. Been on all types of win streaks and constantly winning games with AK and Kitchen on the 3v3 court. Or when I'm playing at the 2 and I actually play with Tonic at the 3 and we play with like a guard, me at the 2, and then a center at the big man spot with Tonic. So anyway, we're working triple threat. You can see right here, hit the little behind the back off the triple threat, get me into the paint with the paint mash. And I want to talk about this real quick. We're going to rewind this after I get this bucket right here. I want to talk about why this is so valuable. The build's ability to get open into the paint without a screen. A lot of you centers out there, and this is no slight to everybody, I'm just talking that some of the centers out here, they are required to back down, back down, back down for 8 seconds to get into position for the paint and then just be able to score in the paint. And for me, with this build right here, it can still dribble, it can still shoot. I could still pull this 3 if he sags off way too far. But right here, I'm just literally hitting him behind the back and getting into the paint in one move. Simple, just like that. I'm literally from the 3-point line to the paint in 1 second. Easy as that, and at no expense of my interior defense or finishing ability on the paint. You can see literally still mashing the exact same way that I would on a 7'3", 7'2", except I would have to get it in a pick and roll sense. It's not fun to play like that in my opinion, and I've never thought that, but I will say I was vouching a little bit harder for the 7'2s and 7'3s this game, and they still are good. But as you can see, I love playing like this. You guys know me from 2K20. I mean, I love playing with the undersized centers. I've even been doing this since 17, man. I played with athletic finisher at 7 feet tall back when people were running 7'3" pure glass cleaners. I mean, this is my stuff. I love it, and this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Speed for rebounding. Now, I want to rewind this play back to the beginning because this is actually kind of cheese when you do this inbound properly with the handoff and you get a running start on this. It's so crazy fast. Look at that. And for whatever reason he reaches, obviously, I hook him on a screen a little bit. And now the big man, who is super slow, is stuck in a 2-on-1 on the backside. Now, he tries to play a passing lane right here. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, obviously, he's not passing me the ball in this situation. But either way, I beat him to the box out. Yes, I understand. Like I said, it's not a competitive move to be going for a passing lane right there. But it is what it is. He plays a passing lane. I have the speed. I get down there for the box out. Hit him with the decks right here. He doesn't defend me too hard. So boom, we green it off the decks. I mean, this is such a fun build, man. So fast. So able to just do everything on offense. Hit him with a triple threat right here. Spin between 2 defenders and just dunk it mad aggressively. And what can't this build do? I've shown everything. I've shown shooting. I've shown using it as a playmaker on 3v3. Hits the white right there as well. I've shown using it at the 1 and playing with an actual inside center on the 2v2 as well. I'm playing with it in Pro-Am. I posted that recently as well. Playing 5s with the build at the 4. And you can see again, hit the behind the back. We go for the dunk meter right here. Front clutches off 1. Looking really good. I actually will vouch for that dunk quite a bit. I still have it equipped. And I'm going to be showcasing you guys my animations as well. And that is one that I'm going to be showing as well. So anyway, moving forward, like I said though, talking about what this build is good for. I've shown the shooting, I've shown the finishing, I've shown the defense, whether it's perimeter and interior. Everything has been shown on this channel of what this build can do, and there's really no glaring flaws at all when it comes to this build. I can't even think of one, honestly. I mean, everything is really, really solid about it, but it's not perfect in some situations. Like, yes, it doesn't have Hall of Fame sniper. Yes, it doesn't have super high close shot. It has 84 instead of like 93 or 99. It doesn't have 99 standing dunk. It has 90, but that's still good enough for elite big man contact dunks. It's still good enough for pros as well. It still has really good speed, vertical, everything included. The free throw is still solid around like 70 as well. It can still do everything, man. And also the 70 pass accuracy that I have as well, it doesn't feel like a complete hinder or nuisance to me. I feel like it's still pretty good enough to like actually work in comp pro-am as well. I've been throwing plenty fine outlet passes as long as it's not someone like way down court before I throw the pass, and it's been perfectly fine. Same with dotting people in the wing and stuff like that too. It really is not that big a deal. So anyway, last thing, I just wanted to load this gameplay up. It's a couple dudes with like a 69 win percent or something like that. Pretty high levels. We just go ahead and run through them pretty easy. I mean, they end up scoring 7 points. They got the ball a couple of times. We still play really good defense with this. That's another thing too. Perimeter defense and interior defense is elite on this build. It's all about the eye of the beholder and just how you can utilize the build. I mean, if you're able to shoot with a lower 3-point rating and lower badge count, if you're able to finish with a lower, like not as much slithery finisher or not as much, just whatever the case may be when it comes to driving dunk or 84 driving dunks just in general, if you can still match with 84 close shot, if you can still play good perimeter defense with only 78 perimeter defense or 75 and 78 steal rating for gold interceptor, I mean, the list goes on and on, man. It's so nice. So the reason I didn't show this in the gameplay is I'm using it as a screen setter a little bit more in this game right here. So you can see Nut has 4 assists and I have 5 baskets, so that pretty much means he was just hitting me in the pick and roll sense. The build can be used in comp settings and for fun settings all the way through and through. And again, so many streaks at every level of the game, like whether I'm playing the 2 on 3v3, whether I'm playing the 3 on 3v3, whether I'm playing the 1 or the 2 on 2v2. We've been winning so many games on 5v5 Pro-Am. I can show you every box score right now, but it's not even worth it. I mean, we're getting into Hall of Fame season very soon, so just stay tuned for that as well if you're a fan of the Pro-Am content. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and show my badge loadouts and animations now. I thought you guys would like to see this, especially a lot of the people who have been asking. So ironically, we'll start with a jump shot. Why not? I mean, we'll go ahead and just showcase this. Now, this is an absolute meme of a jump shot, all right? But I actually still love it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am a big fan of this. So it's gonna be base 3. It's just the best jump shot in the game, bar none. As for the upper releases, we have Larry Bird and Kevin Duckworth. I have 51% Duckworth, so it actually has the one-hand animation. And I just thought it was funny. I thought it would be fun to try this, and I'm not a big believer in upper releases playing a big factor in your jump shot. That's just me. I know I'm probably a little bit uneducated when it comes to that, but I just think it's kind of clown activity to sit here and act like it really matters that much. I understand maybe your release point changes as far as how high and how high your hands get and uncontestable it is, but overall, I'm shooting open jump shots for the most part, so I just wanted something that I felt had a really good visual cue, and what better to visually cue than one-hand jump shot? That's how I felt. So anyway, we'll go ahead and show the dunk creator, and then I'll get to the playmaking moves really quickly as well. So as far as the 2-foot moving dunks, you only want contact dunks. It's literally as simple as that. For the 1 foot, we have quick drops, reverses, the baseline reverses off 1, and then the front clutches as well. I'm a big fan of these. I was hating on it at first. I was like, why'd you do anything other than quick drops? But they're like quick drops twin, and if you can get them, it's 75 driving dunk. It's pretty much what you need for silver limitless takeoff. You end up with like 45 vertical as well. So if you're a guard out there that did go for the limitless takeoff on silver, you could get double clutches as well, or the front clutches I should say. But anyway, moving along, and I apologize if it's kind of spotty. It just happens like that sometimes with the animations and just how the camera looks really bad or the visual quality. But anyway, for the standing dunks, we're going to go with everything as far as rim pulls and regulars. You want the pro under basket rim pulls and then the elite basket rim pulls as well. I don't want athletic. These are so slow and long drawn out. I mean, look at them. Like, it's just doing too much, bro. It's like windmills and stuff. You can see those are pretty good, yes, but some of these are just way too long and drawn out. These ones specifically, the gather windmill, the gather in like one-hand dunk. I don't like that stuff. So we just take away those, simple as that. But anyway, elite big man standing dunks, pro standing contact dunks. I mean, all this, it makes sense to have, obviously. Now, I did have Daryl Dawkins on. I hated that move right there. I hated that dunk. Now, I was still timing it well, and I was greening it pretty often, but it's so blockable. So I took Dawkins off. We have Dwight Howard and Shaq as the only 2 player dunks equipped. That's pretty much as simple as that. I don't want the extra driving dunks. I don't want the crazy Daryl Dawkins driving dunk either. Dwight Howard and Shaq, give me a couple extra dunk packages for standing dunks, and I think that's really good. Now, if you want, you could get one more driving dunk on a build similar to this. I don't think you can really get it though on a 6'10", so maybe it's just cap. Honestly, you probably just can't get it. But elite alley-oops would be available if you had one more driving dunk. We only have regular, so like for the pro, simple as that. So it kind of is what it is. Anyway, you do get contact alleys though for pro and big. That is nice. And then again, the only 2-foot dunks are going to be the contact dunks. Simple as that. All right, now as for the playmaking moves and also the layup style, stuff like that, we have dominant big equipped. This is what I also got that spin dunk with, and that's what I've been using for the most part. I'm liking dominant big, honestly, when it comes to mashing as well and just stuff like that. So overall, layup style, I think dominant big is pretty nice. You can see I've tested out quite a few though, long athlete and just Ben Simmons and stuff like that. Wanted to see what the spin animations looked like, everything included, and I just think dominant big is the best to have. I have the Kareem hook on as well. It's really quick. You have to let it go a lot earlier than you would assume so, but it's pretty solid. I like it. And then free throw 55 is what I always rock out with. We just have base dribble style on. I can't get any of the good stuff. These are literally the only 3 that I can get, I believe. We'll go ahead and just double check that just to make sure, but as you can see, I mean, I don't get the sea gray. I think it's Candace, maybe. I don't know her name entirely, but I know a lot of people do vouch for this. You have to be under 6'10" to get it, so a glitched metric 6'10" can get this. But again, you can't get big man contact dunks if you do have that, so just keep that all in mind. Anyway, moving along. Ben Simmons signature size up. We have the signature combo of KD. I love this. You can just hit LT and run the opposite way of the ball hand. We'll maybe do a dribble tutorial with a 6'10" eventually, but it's a pretty good dribble move, honestly. LeBron James size up escape package, the best one in the game, and you still get it as a 6'10" with 70 ball handle, so why not? I mean, it's beautiful, and we still have the moving crossover for LeBron as well. The behind the backs, you don't get much of an option, so this is just what we're rocking out with. The moving spin of Cat, it actually is really big. Like you can make up a lot of space and just sweep with it and stuff like that too. Scottie Pippen moving hezzy, don't really care about this. Jimmy Butler moving step back, don't really care about this either, to be honest with you. I kind of just run backwards and then hit that behind the back if I ever want to do something like that. Triple threat style, you could rock out with the Pro. I have a couple gameplays of using it, but honestly, I think normal 4 I'm just a bigger fan of, with the Jordan pump fake and just all the stuff I'm used to, honestly, with the jab and the pivot and the flicking up on the stick and everything included. So there's all the animations, the jump shot, the dunk styles. I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We're dropping a lot of knowledge right here. Oh, and also, we're going to talk really quick on the badge loadouts. I'll just give you guys a quick little run through. So I have 5v5, 1s, and then 3v3 and 2v2 included. So for 3s and 2s, it gets a little bit more dicey. Obviously, it depends on my play style. I mean, if I'm coming out there at the 1, I'm probably just taking lob finisher off and putting it more so on stuff that deals with post scoring. Yet I do only have 25 post control, so I don't get any post badges. But you get what I'm saying. Things like rise up and posterizer and mouse in the house, slithery finisher, like grace under pressure, they're all still kind of included when it comes to post scoring. Maybe not so much for slithery, but either way. Like I said, for 3s and 2s, it kind of just varies. I maybe will like flex these badges around a little bit depending on what I'm playing with. I'm rocking out with a lot of bronze shooting badges. So we have Lucky 7 for the sake of 2v2. This is really what I was rocking out for 2v2 with. So we have like catch and shoot, bronze corner, bronze clutch, bronze deadeye, bronze set shooter as well. I use this for a reason, all right? So I hate on this badge quite a bit, but I think I'm a really good slasher at this game, right? And the more people disrespect my jump shot, set shooter still plays a factor. If you ask me, I can sit there and stand still at the top, and if they disrespect it so much to the point where they're giving me like 15 feet of space, I can just sit there, let set shooter work, and boom, we can just rock out with that. And it works for me. It maybe doesn't work for other people, but it works for me really well. This build does get bronze bailout as well, just keep that in mind. And playmaking badge wise, a little bit limited. I only have 12, right? So we have silver glue hands, silver unpluckable, bronze quick first step, bronze break starter. I don't know why I even have this for the sake of 2v2, but oh well. Maybe it's because I don't even change this stuff. This is really just what I use for the most part at all times. So maybe don't take this too much to heart. For 2v2, I guess you could just take break starter off and put it more so on something like Dimer or post playmaker or something like that. And then this is a look at the badge loadout I was running with Nut. I didn't have brick wall very high because I didn't know if he was going to want to ISO more. And we ended up just really running a lot of pick and roll. So silver brick wall didn't really hurt that much, to be honest with you. If you wanted to run it, I would probably either drop interceptor down 1 tier or maybe chase down as well. Drop it to gold and then boom, run just gold brick wall. I really do like the fact this build gets ankle braces. If some of you guys don't know, it's not just a counter to ankle breaker, it's also a counter to tight handles. You get stunned on tight handles less as well, so it's a big factor for that. And just in general, I think gold box is plenty enough. You don't really need Hall of Fame, and Hall of Fame ends up costing you 2 extra points, whereas gold costs you 3. This is what I've been using for Team Pro-Am as well, and Rec Center and all types of stuff like that, so I'm not really a big hater of gold box. I think it works plenty fine. For Pro-Am, we'll go ahead and just go over the Pro-Am badge loadout. I mean, as you can see, it doesn't really change a whole lot when it comes to finishing between like 3v3 and 2v2. Actually, it doesn't change at all, so there's my opinions on that. For shooting wise, I have slippery off ball instead of corner specialist. I don't end up in the corner very often. And for Lucky 7, I'm rarely out on the break, and just there's really not a whole lot of point in me having it. And obviously I can't get shots that early in the clock anyway, so I don't really run Lucky 7. You can see the only switch of shooting badges is pretty much to run bronze limitless spot up and then bronze slippery off ball for the sake of pick and roll stuff. I like having the badge loadout like this, honestly. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. So for Pro-Am, I have Dimer on instead of Needle Threader. It's kind of something I'm just floating between and debating. honestly, I could probably just take it off and put needle threader back on. Probably makes a whole lot of sense to do that as well, but it's just kind of whatever what I do with that extra playmaking badge. It doesn't really matter that much, but as you can see, the loadout doesn't change anything otherwise than that. And then for 5v5, as far as defense goes, the only thing I change between 3s and 2s is pretty much, like I said, it's just really to run brick wall higher. And I have to drop something. I don't really want to drop Pogo. I really do like having this as a hedge defender if I can get back to the person. And obviously, if I'm like playing defense on a 7-3, it allows me to bang out with them a little bit more because I can just jump. And that's the thing. Some people will sit here and say that you can't guard me if I'm using a 6'10" and you have a 7'3". I can. But the thing is, I have to be smart with it. I have to jump at the right times and stuff like that. And it does work. You guys are tripping if you think I can't get a good contest if I jump at the right time. But that is the key. Obviously, people run fast twitch. They paint mash. They pump fake like crazy. And you have to defend them well. It just is what it is. And obviously, you know, I'm not expecting to win every outcome when it comes to that. But I do win quite a few. And again, I'm using gold box. I don't really think Hall of Fame is necessary, to be honest with you guys, especially for the sake of when I'm running with Tonic, who is a 7'3" as well, and he can drop off the corners. And all I really have to do is seal a box and he can just get it. So it's not that big a deal. I also still grab a lot of rebounds myself. Gold rebound chaser. The offensive rebounding could be better. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Obviously, I'm undersized by 5 inches when it comes to the people that I'm rebounding with for the most part. So I'm not going to get every one of them. I understand that. You understand that. We all understand that. I'm not sitting here saying I'm a snag god or anything like crazy when it comes to being in the 6'10". But I will say, if Tonic gets those jump shots and the 7'3" has to contest him, then I have a wide open paint when it comes to O-boarding. Like the 7'2", 7'3" has to jump out and contest or at least stay there. And when he commits to the contest, he can't get the rebound. It's literally as simple as that. So I get the rebound against smaller people, and it all works out perfectly pairing this build with another 7'3". It's the perfect pair, honestly. Also, what makes this build so special as well as takeover options. So I've been running this in Team Pro-Am as well, and Team Takeover Boost is crazy, man. I've already talked about in videos previously how when I activate this, my point guard can go crazy. Tonic at center can get his takeover and go crazy as well, which is rebounds, and he can get team takeover, while AK just pops a single. Simple as that. And your point guard is going to benefit off this so heavily, and the fact that I can run See the Future or something like that as a secondary is perfectly fine. If I could run Slash take secondary, I maybe would. It would maybe hurt us a little bit more when the team takeover is actually activated, like if Tonic gets his or something like that, because Glass is pretty nice to have, and I still do get a lot of rebounds as well. So secondary, I just run to be able to get primary faster. It's literally as simple as that. So anyway, but what makes this build so special, again, sharp, play, rim, and glass. Play take is so calm, bro. I cannot stress enough Team Takeover Boost being so cool. And to get sharp take, like I said, in the video, I was pairing it with Juice, and I had double sharp take. So I was getting like crazy boost to my 3-point rating for someone who maybe struggles to shoot the ball otherwise. But anyway, that's all video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, tell them noties, all that good stuff. Like always, tries 1 to 500 likes. If you made it to the end of the video, put Pro-Am in the comments, show Sportsman all the way through, or put 610, whatever you want to do. Probably 610, honestly, for algorithm purposes. But anyway, that's all video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. We got a lot of Pro-Am content coming. We got a lot of 3v3, 2v2 stuff. Stay tapped in with the gameplays. I know the gameplay is maybe like waning a little bit. People aren't as interested in it. It doesn't click when it comes to searches and stuff like that. It doesn't pop up in the recommended as much, but I'm having a lot of fun playing the game and having a lot of fun on this build especially too. So anyway, we'll have all the regular content and stuff as well, but a lot of gameplay coming. So I hope y'all enjoy. And that, take it easy, man. Peace.